In this, we'll see some of the useful tools available over the internet for preparing our own data sets. In order to do a research work, first the researcher should have the sufficient data for analysis. The data can be captured in terms of the traffic files, such as TCP dump or PCAP files. But the PCAP is consisting of huge traffic that can be captured. Okay. So much data will be available in that. But out of that, we need to extract the features that are required for us. Sometimes we may also extract all the features that are available in the traces. In order to do that, we require a successful conversion of whatever the content we require from a trace file to a data set. This is called conversion of the packet traces to the dataset, or we can also say this is a dataset preparation. With this dataset preparation, the security engineers may apply intelligent detection techniques like data mining and machine learning methods for analyzing the collected traffic. The data mining techniques will especially mine the data and will get some information out of it. But in case of machine learning techniques, it not only mines the content, not only mines the content, but also will add some intelligence into that. Thereby, you can distinguish what is normal and what is abnormal. Whenever you distinguish what is normal and abnormal, then the abnormal content with a high confidence that you detect it, then we can say that content is intrusion. And in this abnormal content detection, you may follow either of the anomaly detection techniques, or we may also use outlier detection techniques, or we may also use clustering based techniques. So whenever you use cluster based techniques, the content which is not fall under the cluster will become the outlier. Whenever a content which is not fall in the cluster becomes the outlier, that outlier may be abnormal. The abnormal content may be anomaly. So thereby the clustering, outlier, anomaly are linked together. The first and foremost thing for analyzing this kind of traffic is that we need to extract sufficient features from the collected traffic. The collected traffic may be a PCAP file. In order to do that, there are several options available. One is using the Wireshark itself. Second one is using specialized tools that are given for open, and given for free by several research laboratories, which is here I am going to mention the CIC flow meter. And the third one is if the traffic file is crossing gigabytes, it's too large traffic file, then we may use cloud-based services such as CloudShark. Here is a beautiful paper, INSEC-S DCS, a highly customizable network intrusion dataset creation framework. This was written by some researchers. They have developed a framework which is especially used to customize the traces and can create the network intrusion datasets for the analysis. This paper you can download from internet, or I will also place this in the Google Classroom. You may access afterwards. Whenever you go for this, just you copy this, and this is very popular. Here there is a GitHub link is also presented. In GitHub, the source code for this is available. Here, dataset creator with the foreign PCAP, customizable network intrusion dataset creator. This software enables the creation of network intrusion dataset in CSV format. You can run it on a local server to create your own dataset or use this to read a PCAP from another source and convert that to CSV format based on the attributes you become. You can choose the attributes and can develop the dataset. So to give you awareness of how to create a CSV file from the PCAP, let will use the inbuilt tool that already we have, that is Wireshark. We have already installed the Wireshark and previously we have seen how to analyze the PCAP files using Wireshark. I'm going to use the same tool. In the Wireshark, you can go to the Wireshark folder. This Wireshark folder consisting of various executable files like tshark, this kind of thing, mergecap, rawshark, so tshark.exe. This kind of this tshark will help us in creating the PCAP files. So before that, what you do is set this path in the system properties as under path, that is C program files Wireshark under the properties of the my computer. Then go to the command prompt. Here I have the PCAP files, ftp2.pcap and hot.pcap. So these are the PCAP files. Already previously we have seen this. And traffic analysis exercise.pcap, this kind of thing. Now the tshark, just type tshark because you have kept in the runtime environment. The path is set in the runtime environment. Tshark can be run from the command prompt. tshark-h. So it will help. It will give you the help. It is a very powerful tool that will have many flags that can be attached with this and can run. So in tshark, you can simply read the traces via command line by selecting the interfaces and all. Out of this, for doing the conversion of the PCAP from PCAP to the CSV, we need some options. That options we will inspect. Now this content is generated into the .csv file that we'll see. ftp2.csv. Now here ftp2.csv file is there. Open it. So here is the fields. And TCP port. So if you want to add some more fields, we can add like this. And one more thing is here you click headers will also be headers are also placed here. Frame.number, eth.src, eth.dsc, ip.src. So these are the feature names. These feature names can be used for analyzing the data set using the machine learning or data mining techniques. So this is the way we are supposed to convert the PCAP file to the CSV files. The Canadian Information Security Laboratory have developed their self tool which will convert the PCAP file to the CSV file. So whenever you look at that, here it is available in two versions, both in Java version and Python version. So you can also install Java version by visiting this GitHub. For this, some prerequisites are required. You are supposed to install those prerequisites. Then only this Java version related package will be compiled and an executable jar file will be created. The prerequisite for Java version is the WinPCAP must be there on your computer. And while coming to the Python version, the Python 3 is required for working with this. So for this, you go for pip install CIC flow meter. So Python 3 is required to install. Actually, anyhow, I have installed on this computer, so it is going to give you like this. Otherwise, what it will do is it will install Scapy, NumPy, and SciPy. Then the CIC flow meter will be installed. So like how you use NumPy and SciPy, like that you write a Python program with the CIC flow meter by importing. So in this you will be finding the utilities in this particular CIC flow meter. You are supposed to use those utilities and select whatever the fields you want and convert the PCAP to the CSV file. So this is the way you are supposed to do this by using Python. And as I shown previously, that CIC lab datasets will be you can find here. And in the CIC lab set datasets, those are real datasets, which are we can say the benchmark datasets that have generated over we can say hundreds of computers. Okay, and over a period of 15 days, 10 days, 15 days, 20 days, like that, in which around 1 week, 9 to 10 days, only several acute security attacks have been launched. That is the because of that volume, huge volume of the traffic generated, and out of that the traffic patterns are generated, and finally the data sets are generated. So which are so reliable and so realistic data sets. So we can the one who are in the data science and the ML field can easily work on those things for realistic results, we can say. That is related to the CIC flow meter. While next one is large PCAP analysis. You are supposed to use the tool called CloudShark, which is the cloud-based PCAP analyzer. And here, this is consisting. It is coming in the two ways. One is enterprise one, and here there is no free version available. Products here you look at the CS Enterprise, CS Threat Assessment, CS Personal Software as Service. So these are three things are there. It is going to give you the facilities of cyber defense and security, healthcare, financial, government, and for all these things the services are provided. This is one tool that you can one service that you can avail using this analyzing of the large PCAP files. And there are among the large PCAP file analysis, I found this is one suitable one. So that's the reason I am projecting. There may exist some other things. So I have to do deeper research in this. But as far as my searching is concerned, this was found as a very good and efficient thing. That is the reason I am projecting it.